World's toast. Everyone's just trying not to die out here. Xiao Cheng hit rock bottom, then bam, they snatched his only sister. But he didn't quit. He was ready to clap back at those creeps. Spoiler, it flopped. He tried to scrap but got totally wrecked. Give up? As if. 3 years grinding just to unlock his voice powers. To the bullies and thieves who messed with him. And the real ones. Xiao Cheng serving karma exactly as ordered. Round 2? Total dub. He's absolutely getting his sister back. Horses snorted poison gas. The cart zoomed down the wrecked street. Must be epic loot inside, seeing how soldiers were guarding it. Most girls inside were freaking out, but one stayed super chill. Honestly? This is probably the best case scenario. Changzi's safe solo, he's gotta survive. Live for what's next. A loud scream suddenly wrecked the dead city's spooky silence. Bold move, Xiao Chong jumped at the horses screaming for his sis. Her heart started racing fast. Totally stressing over her brother Changzi, like always. Soldiers didn't chat, just raised rifles and pulled triggers. Sis wasn't letting him get hit. Someone had to stop this. She grabbed the cage bars. He promised no hurting her brother. The guy stepped out slowly. Yeah, he definitely remembers. No memo needed. Xiao Cheng just kept screaming like crazy. He'd literally die before giving up on his sister. Kid attacked naively, but the dude floored him in one hit. Just to school him, he punched Xiao Cheng's stomach hard. He folded, groaning. Losers like you can't protect anyone, boss spat. The guy was basically lights out. Vision went dark, whole body shaking from the pain. Tears in her eyes, begging Chengzi to just stop it. Pitying the scrub, the man tossed him the stone his sis bought. But even if a total 0, like him powered up, he's still lame. Xiao Cheng panicked, couldn't move, and his sister got dragged far away again. Barely saw her face. Pretty sure she was crying. Then everything just went totally black. Xiao Cheng woke up screaming for his sis. That flashback again. 3 years straight, he's stuck on this nightmare rerun. 3 whole years gone. But he can't shake that hopeless vibe. Gotta get stronger. Only way he stands a chance to find her. A loud crack of wood made Xiao Cheng jump as his door smashed into pieces on the floor. Rent collection time. They knew he just got some cash. Farm money. They figured they'd mooch off his hard work. Manager Jiao Gigi didn't care about his angry yelling. Dude had already paid for this month. Seriously, Xiao Chong playing hard to get? Fine, we'll do it the hard way. The boss barked orders to toss the barn. Goons cracked their knuckles. Fast forward, Chung's on the floor, totally wrecked. Xiao Jigi just laughed. What a jerk. Found 5 bills on him. I'm broke, he'd said. Liar. Cough him up sooner, skip the beatdown. Chung ground his teeth hard. Pain? Whatever. He's basically a punching bag pro now. He knows exactly what that sidekick is plotting. Xiao Jie is always riding him. Chung steeled himself, then bam. Punched his own gut. Hard. He let out a gnarly groan. First try failed? Round 2. Whack. Hack. Cough. 2. Out comes a shiny marble thing. Gross and slimy, it jingled across the floor. The awakening stone. Sis got snatched 3 years ago. He's been obsessing over this rock since. But nope. 0 clues. Nada. Only lead points to one guy. Find him, find Sis. And this rock? If you're 16, it unlocks a seal. Seals come in 3 flavors. Bronze, gold, and diamond. Powers range from meta OP. Pop the seal, become an awakened. Duh. Rock's worth a fortune. Rare loot. But Sis gave it to him. Unlock the seal, and finding her gets way easier. Today's the big one to 6. Birthday wish? Find Sis. He focused hard, pouring his brain into the ball. Boom. Awakening time. Diamond soul. One of a kind. Comes with 2 sweet perks. Divine book input, new seal per level. Gift, 50% power boost. Sick. In there. Settlement 226, only 3 guys are awakened. The boss and his lackeys. Word is Xiaoi hit level 8 but only got 1 seal. Lame. But Chung? Level 8 means 7 seals, cheat code activated. Tiny issue though. How to level up? No clue. Gotta ask Luier, he awakened 6 months back. This place feeds the whole town. Legend says chaos wrecked the world 1,000 years ago. Nature went nuts. Food became super rare. Years of starvation. Tons of people died. Only when agencies made mutant crops did humans survive. But the manager hogs the harvest. Regular folks get crumbs. Big harvest or small, manager takes his cut regardless. Bad crop? People starve to death. Simple as that. Voice snapped him back. Yo, Chungzi, daydreaming? Lost in the sauce or what? Lu Zier, Xiaoying's ride or die, came from a basic fam but was practically living large by local slum standards. Xiao skipped the awkward small talk and dropped the bomb. He had totally unlocked his seal already. He thought he was being slick, but his bud saw right through the act and was dying to spill the tea. So, what is the game plan for grinding levels after popping that seal? Alright, gather round, cause it is story time. Once you wake up, you get yeeted into a dimensional dungeon where you gotta smash monsters to level up. These creepy pits suck your energy dry and are crawling with some seriously jacked beasts. Plus, the cover charge is nuts. We are talking hundreds of coins just to step inside. The major bummer is the mandatory tip. You gotta fork over 10% of your loot to the gatekeepers. Honestly, this world is in such a trashy state it makes my heart hurt. Lu Zier let out a mega sigh, practically tearing up. That dungeon is a total vampire on your stamina and packed like a sardine can with monsters. Honestly, it feels way sketchier in there than dealing with the mess out here. It is literally do or die. 9 out of 10 peeps do not make it back, and the survivors? Usually messed up. Their little chat got crashed by a voice that was painfully familiar and totally cringe. Xiao Jier. Ugh. Luer looked about as happy as a cat in a bath to see him. He plastered on a fake grin. Yo, what is the haps? Gigi is the manager's main lackey and top suck-up around the settlement. Dude never shows his face unless he wants something, and it is never for charity. He heard the kid powered up and now has a shot at hitting the settlement's assigned dungeon. Gate is open, 0 cover charge, but there is one tiny catch. Everything you find belongs to us. Lu Zier nearly gagged on the audacity. Excuse me? Belong to who? Xiao Chong was seeing red. Basically, his buddy would get zip while those greedy clowns split the loot. The manager saw 0 issues with scamming them. Yeah? And your point is? He was squeezing his fists tight, even though he was powerless. Was he really gonna throw hands? Louier jumped in to chill his bro out. Easy, Tiger, no need to go nuclear. It is just a grocery run. I am tough, I know I will make it back in one piece. The kid tried to smooth the vibe since his homie was acting way too salty. Honestly, paying attention to that tool was a total waste of brain cells. Obviously, he was ready to roll. Xiaoying is a total noob about dungeons, and flexing his seal right now? Bad move. But Lu Zier is his day one, and he is short 100 coins for another dungeon. So screw it. If they want to send him to his doom, they better count me in on the suicide mission. Xiaoyi laughed like a villain. He is useless. VIPs only awaken kids allowed inside. Joke is on you. Xiao Chung was dead serious. I am awakened too. Settlement Dungeon 276, white level. The squad pulled up to the portal in no time. He told his goons they scored fresh pack mules. Dude cackled, tame and house trained. The boys froze up like deer in headlights right in front of the glowing gate. Lu Zier thanked his pal. He does not call him brother just for clout. The duo vanished into the portal, but Zhao Gigi and his crew were chilling, taking their sweet time. The guy blew out a massive cloud of smoke. Dang, kid is a stealth master. That is the same awakening stone the agency forgot when they snatched his sis. I tossed his place for 3 years and came up empty-handed. Guess the little punk is plotting some serious revenge on me. To clap back, he's gotta live first. Just waking up won't make him invincible here. Xiaowai leveled up. But his seal is totally golden. This other dimension was a whole different vibe from home. Dark, emo, and creepy. Total anxiety fuel. Someone told the squad this dungeon is basically hell on earth. Camp too long and it drains your battery, till you die. Xiaowai was hyped. If that's real, they gotta speedrun this. Just as they started plotting, a scream made them jump. These dungeons have spawn points all over the map. So yeah, no shocker there's other players here. Makes sense why Jiaoi's crew is recruiting freebies now. Means loot isn't shared, it's a battle royale for snacks. Turns out, newbie awakeners are just farming bots for resources. Louier's eyes were popping out with total panic. Why did his bro even sign up for this? He nudged him. Dude, do you have a death wish? If Zhao didn't risk it, he'd never beat these tryhards. Louis gave him a bombastic side eye, scanning him down. Fight the OP guys? Zhao hated those sweats with a passion. Every normie here would PK them instantly if they could. Luzier chuckled. He knew his homie was built different. To be honest, he also secretly leveled up his stats. They're building a squad to finally nerf these jerks. He recalled his grandma dying from a brutal beatdown years ago. Messed up. Louier says Xiao isn't just a pal, he's his ride or die. Personal drama aside, he's gonna dip and find his sis. By the way, Luer has his own side quest too. Once they wreck this gang, he's putting a ring on Xiao. Xiao lolled. Gotta survive the level first, bro. They peeked the bushes, probably the dude who screamed. Thing was huger than the mutant wolf outside. Absolute unit. Rotting but moving. That glowing red core is the hitbox. But this mob looked kinda familiar to Xiao Chung. Awakening Stone vibes. The energy feels exactly the same. Wolf got hacks? Louis really dug his friend's grit. He was oddly chill facing a monster that nasty. He almost fainted. Finally, the wolf ate and bounced. Clear to go. Xiao bent over the dead guy's leftovers. Bro screamed, chill, he's dug loot from a mutant dog's gut in Asura before. Sick knife. Very nice. Bone handle, Luzier yelled. Uh-oh, the beast is back. The wolf crept up, loving the smell of their fear. Wolves are sneaky, it faked leaving to bait them out. But actually, he stepped up on purpose with the blade. Better odds to frag it now, he'll draw the aggro. Chill, Lu. Cheng's totally got this. Dude unlocked his seal ages ago. Monster slaying pro. Sis taught him the golden rule, strike first or get wrecked. She's been dragging him mutant hunting since diapers. 9 years old. A zombie wolf? Pfft, barely a snack. Bummer he can't just one-shot that red core. Lu was scared stiff but sniped the eye with a rock. Boom. Blinded. While that thing raged, Cheng had to move. Fast. He went all in, aiming his blade right at the weak spot. The steel smashed the core. The wolf screamed like a banshee. It bucked like crazy to shake him, but Cheng hung on tight. Game over. The massive hunk of meat collapsed. Lu sprinted, but was too slow. Squashed flat under the carcass. Ouch. Lu almost cried when Cheng's head popped out of the fur. Can't kill him that easy. Ding. System props incoming. Alive. Infinite evolution seal kicking in. Sweet, new loot. Pick one of 3 seals. Diamond seal? Sick. Level up means pay dirt. Paper soldier is trash tier. Solo dev and wolf skin are gold. Ugh, no stats? Talk about a blind gamble. Mark 1 on this seal? Might be a secret rare. Cheng picked solo dev. Stats boosted by 15%. Plus a 200% buff for 1 minute. Up. Lu was bored stiff. How long was Cheng gonna zone out? Gotta loot fast. Blood smell draws aggro. Cheng eyed the beast, thinking for a sec. Maybe Lu could help? Kid just scratched his head. Guess he's allergic to dirty work. Parents won't even let him touch a chicken. Parents alive? Rare these days. Total opposite of Cheng. Guess Cheng's looting. Meat's rotten anyway. Trash. But the crystals? Keep. Bones and skin? Junk. Those gray crystals are the real money. Give 'em away? Lu's fam is definitely plotting something. Stockpiling troops and rides. This is his cut. Plus, that I shot totally saved Cheng's butt. Go back now, and they lose all the loot. Did Cheng figure a way around the confiscation? He decided to brawl the second they leave. Gotta farm resources here and power level fast. Then, back to clearing the dungeon. He's seen wolf dens. They pack hunt. Lu froze him. So much for being BFFs, even after surviving hell together. Time for a quick vibe check before the next raid. Zong was confused. His bro sounded super sketch. Killing the wolf boosted Louis to 90% XP. Level 2, incoming. Dude's rocking a gold seal, boosts stats by 15% and spots weak points. Ah, that totally explains why. He knew to aim straight for the wolf's peepers. Lu wanted to get real so they wouldn't suck next time. But what if he saw the diamond seal? Awkward. Would they still be tight? Xiao Chung hyped himself up to speak. Claimed he had gold 2 15% boost, plus a temp buff. Since it's his first seal, technically not a lie. Louis let out a huge breath. Phew. He was scared his pal was holding out or worse, was stronger than him. Just stoked they're on the same playing field. Fate bros. Xiao Chung felt guilty and said a silent my bad. He'd spill the tea eventually. The squad crept deeper into the woods. Synced up and wrecked every monster in their path. Looted the bones and skins. Gotta get that cash. Xiao Chung leveled fast thanks to grabbing that step ahead diamond seal at level 3. Rare as the Eternal Evo book, but way weaker. Diamond tiers vary, I guess. Louis' voice snapped him back. Someone was nearby. Xiao Chung whispered, let's dip before things get messy. Dude strutted into the bushes anyway. Easy XP here, but the clock's ticking. Can't chill too long or he'll drain out. Heard screams. Okay, maybe we take a peep. Ninjas in the bushes, spying on 2 figures. Girl was furious. You planned this, you creep. Other guy just laughed. His big shot to score with a hottie like her. She clocked his seal. Basic poison trash. Everyone else died toxic. She just woke up at level 1. What did she think was gonna happen? You'll marry anyway. I just want that Guan family clout. He smirked. Match made in hell. Louis snorted. Ambitious slave, Zong heard. Come on, It's a total power move. Xiao Chung stayed quiet. Lu got awkward. Guards dead? They've got an opening. Wait till they tire out, then loot the corpses. Chick's level is too low, she's toast. Guy attacked. Lady Guan said no, so he's forcing it. Girl frowned big time but stood her ground like a statue. She slapped him, asterisk poofing times a cloud of fancy dust everywhere. Dude started hacking up a lung. Just paralyzing dust. No biggie. Won't hold him forever. Time to skedaddle, fast. Guy laughed like a maniac behind her. Powder failed. Yikes. She wants a brawl? Fine, don't cry when he gets nasty. Asterisk bam. Asterisk he floored her. She shrieked as a blade snagged her hand. That's what a level gap looks like, noob. Level up equals getting buff. Basic math. Like smashing those wolves earlier, too easy. Girl's delusional. Marrying into that fam? Hard pass. Plan A, ruin their rep and wreck the princess. Totally toxic. Guanzhou yanked the dagger from her, messed up hand and stabbed his neck. Asterisk gurgle gurgle. Asterisk. Okay, she asked for it. Game over for her. She braced herself. Blade was toxic. Dying is greater than shaming the fam. Creep raised his sword, aiming for her neck when times flash, asterisk distraction time. Zhao Chong went beast mode, punching the guy's gut. Solid hit. Villain went flying and hugged a tree. Hard. Lu Wei was totally shook by his bro's skills. Had no clue he could throw hands like that, so fast. Leg buffs, for sure. Seeing the girl fading, Lu freaked. She looked wrecked, getting paler by the second. Is she actually checking out? Bummer she's poisoned. Ticking clock, basically. Jiaoying knew she couldn't croak yet. Need her for the coup. Lu Shi was bummed. How do we fix this? Can't cure poison. Xiao Chan just waved it off. We can't, but that dude totally can. While he napped, the boys looted and tied him up. She knew him. He's just leverage now. Revenge squad's gonna hate the noble chick too. While the guys gabbed, dude woke up. Head throbbing. He shuddered seeing two killer stares. Who are these punks attacking him? Better let him go or they'll be sorry. Do they know who he is? Treat him like that mutant boar from last time. Dude's lucky. That squealing boar ended up super dead. A few punches later, he caved. His blood's the cure. They swore to stop the beatdown. He lives if he's not lying. Simple. Xiao Chong dragged the guy to his victim. Harshly, he whined, gentle. No dice. Knife slashed his wrist. A thin red stream trickled right onto the poison girl's lips. Yuck. Once the gross part was done, Zhao told Lu to wrap the punk's wrist in wolf fur. Can't have the blood scent inviting monsters over. Zhao side-eyed the baddie. She wasn't moving. It works fast, the guy swore. A couple of minutes later? Boom, truth. Guanzhou blinked her eyes open. Alive? Whoa. Zhao had an angle, though. He wasn't gonna fake like he didn't hear her earlier chat. Highborn vibes. She sat up. Yeah, I'm from the Guan clan. Kid had an agenda, sure, but he did save her life. Plus, Lu already blew her cover. Pointless to play hide and seek now. Zhao was clueless. Guan? So your dad runs the village or what? Guanzhou raised a brow. Is he serious? Is he totally ignorant or just trolling her? Her silence bugged him. Well? Spit it out. The Guan fam runs, like, hundreds of settlements. So, managers, basically. She nodded. Yep. Zhao pivoted. I saved you. Can your dad hook me up? Guanzhou hesitated. Depends on the ask. Was she too cheap to buy? I want the manager spot here. If your pop is a boss, he's got pull. You back me, I win. Guanzhou nearly choked. That's it. Zhao shrugged. Tough choice, I know. It'll cost you, but you want XP, right? We'll be your meat shields, keep you safe. Plus, you keep all the loot we find. Just promise you'll help me later. One thing. She looked at Lu. He just waved like, don't look at me. She sized up her hero. Same age, but way chill. Laser-focused guy. A bit reckless, but dungeon crawling with him sounded fun. Deal. She stuck a hand out. I'm Guanzhou. Zhao shook it hard. Let's roll. I'm Zhao. That's Lu, basically my brother. Guanzhou looked at their prisoner. What about Trash Boy? Zhao yawned. We're allies. Your call. Call him a nice to meet you gift. The guy panicked, begging. Guanzhou was still wobbly. I'll handle him. His blood kills the poison, yeah? Poke him with his own toxic blade. He won't die. She knew the drill. Wasn't gonna off him, just wanted to drain him a little. He shook, swearing to vanish. She didn't blink. Crunch. The blade wrecked his shoulder, tearing muscle like wet paper. Job done, Madame Guan spun around to her crew. Let's bounce. Clearly, this chick wasn't made of sugar and spice. Xiao Chong shivered. Leaving a guy as Monster Chow? Way harsher than a quick kill, ice cold. Even while bleeding out, the bad guy kept screaming insults at their backs, swearing that once he escaped, Guan was gonna suffer big time. But the scent of fresh blood drew the beasts in fast. Reality check, he wasn't leaving. Xiao Chong wasn't exactly thrilled with how this played out. Totally reckless move on her part, if you ask him. Keeping him alive meant getting answers. You can't fix the mess without knowing who started it. Madame Guan just let out a little giggle. He's too soft. She's got barely any haters, so the culprit is obvious to her. Since she swore she'd back Xiao Chong up, he figured he had to look out for her, too. Fair's fair. Though if the villain is a big shot, a live witness is just extra baggage. Dead men tell no tales, right? Even rich girls have messy drama. Suddenly, a massive roar and rank breath froze the whole squad. As those jaws slammed shut, the kid barely dodged, yanking Guan to safety just in time. Oops. Stumbled right into the Phantom Forest, home of the level 5 Bone Wolf King. And obviously, the king brought his whole posse along. Payback time for all the wolves they'd farmed earlier. Xiao Chong whipped out his dagger, looked like a toothpick next to that beast. He had to drop the boss. Normal mobs gave trash XP since he hit level 4. Taking down the big guy was the only fast track to level 5. That's why he let her bleed that dude out earlier. He needed a boss fight to climb the ranks. Guan remembered some old saying, right tools for the right job. His bone sword was cracking. She stepped up to offer an upgrade. She fished a dagger from her dress, not legendary loot, but way better than his junk. Xiao caught it, tested the grip, and gave her a nod. Zero hesitation, he charged straight in. Muscle alone wouldn't scratch a monster that massive. Gotta smash the crimson core. Only way to win. He plunged the blade into thick fur, earning a furious growl. One solid hit to the sweet spot and it's game over. Fangs snapped near his leg. These beasts actually knew team tactics. Clever. A feint. Wild mutants are smarter than they look. They look standard, but they weren't. But are they smarter than a human? Doubt it. Xiao never planned to 1v1 the king anyway. A level 2 king was barely a threat. He popped his seal skills instantly. Tricks don't work against raw power. He juked the beast and signaled his buddy for backup. Luzier loaded his slingshot, pulling the band taut with a few stones. The beat-up creeps were totally dazed, howling like big babies. Perfect chance to wreck 'em. Chung grinned like a Cheshire cat. He and Lu synced up perfectly. Looks like the baddies were running on fumes. End game time. The mad wolf snarled, his breath smelling like straight-up garbage. Ready to drop the hammer, the kid yelled for everyone to hit the dirt. Chung got himself into the perfect stance. Firing up his mojo and feeling that energy bar fill up. He could zap the wolf easily, but better go full send just in case. Fire flared up all around him like a pyrotechnics show. He was panting hard. Felt like he was being squashed by a giant invisible thumb. Flexing every muscle, he chucked a massive fireball at the pooch, venting all that heat. The beast turned into a giant torch, howling and flailing to put itself out. The stink of singed fur and barbecue meat hit their noses instantly. Gross. Lu and Guan dropped their jaws. This dude was ridiculously OP. Even in Guan's fam, nobody under level 8 could pull off a stunt like that. But anyone over level 5 is banned from this dungeon anyway. Which begged the question, what the heck level was this guy? Lu answered without thinking, probably way higher than he looks. He's only level 2, but he's flexing like a level 8 boss. Plus, the dude can literally light his sword on fire. At that rank, you only get one skill, so this has gotta be his starter pack. That skill is usually trash, but Chung somehow turned it into a nuke. Guan smirked. Maybe she finally found the prodigy her dad was hunting for. Chung watched his stats climb with a goofy grin on his face. He was leveling up nicely. Plus, he got the deets on that wolf's bloodlust seal. Since he'd seen it in action, he unlocked the bonus info for it. After pausing a sec, our boy picked the bronze seal, headshot. Just another battle buff like his fire trick. It's kinda mid on its own, but combined? It lands the K. Oh. Right when you need it. Anyway, priority 1 was skinning the boss wolf and grabbing the loot. The girl stared, confused why he was digging around in the dead monster guts. We can swap these for coupons or craft gear, he explained. Back at their base, this kind of junk is rare loot, but technically, the contract says it's all hers. Guan's dad always told her never to look down on the little guys. Everyone's got insane potential waiting to be unlocked. Looks like the old man was actually spot on. Even in nowhere towns, geniuses like Chung pop up. But the clock was ticking. The dungeon vibes were making his hands numb. Lu nodded, feeling it too, meaning they had to hustle. Time to grind for some XP. Higher levels meant a better shot at crushing Xiaowei's crew. To power level fast, wandering around, aimlessly looking for mobs was dumb. They needed a hotspot. They spun around, eyes lighting up, wondering if there was actually a better farming spot. Every dimensional dungeon rocks one main big bad. Slaying him drops way more XP than basic mobs. Plus, the loot room? Total jackpot. Epics and crystals. The squad was vibing on the kill strat, till Luzier paused. Wait, didn't they already frag the boss? Xiao caught the slip. Boss camps the loot, doesn't roam. Xiao Chong dug the vibe. But how to track it fast? Clock's ticking. Boss hunting sucks, but for this noob level? She's packed. Guan dug around and fished out a tiny box. Super fancy tech. Best not to flex the price tag here. Check it. Perception tracker. Points straight to the big guy. For green ranks or lower, it sniffs out the boss spawn perfectly. The trio chased that arrow for what felt like forever. Sun dipped, finally. Then, movement in the crags. Luzia shivered. Had to be the main baddie. Looks like a Freaky Boar remix. Scary even while napping. System pinged, red spiked demon boar. Level 10. Once it's toast, the dungeon vanishes. Game over. Level 10 means it's packing 2 awakened seals. Its stats are probably totally cracked. Teach told her, don't aggro the boss, kid. To win, you gotta be ridiculously OP, like cheat code level. Lucier made a face. Then, why drag us here, huh? Total waste of time, right? Juan Betsy's built different. Xiao hissed, quiet. Incoming. A squad of dudes rolled up, looking tough. Their boss let out a nasty laugh. 10 runs later, he finally found it. Xiao scoped him out. Beefy fighters, and the leader? Holding a literal pistol. Seen those pop mutant dogs back at the settlement. That's some serious old school vintage gear. Usually just replicas. Rumor is ancients had way crazier toys. Those guns hit hard, maybe even harder. Than seals. Though some seals can supposedly warp reality. That group of noobs was just chatting. Zero focus. Asterisk boom. Asterisk they jumped. Xiao nearly swore as the brawl started. Machine gun sprayed everywhere, but the beast barely felt it. Dude wasn't sweating it though, totally cocky. He was sure he'd bag the win. Boss is distracted. Steal the loot? The blasting kept on. Beast roared, tanking the hits like a champ. Xiao decided a third party and snagged the rewards. The dude gave her a total huh? Face, totally lost. With that distraction, it's prime time to swipe the loot. Or else they're completely toast trying to 1v1 that boss. Guan clocked Xiao Yang's bad arm instantly. Dungeon rot had messed it up big time. Fix it fast or his moves are gonna lag hard. Super risky. Could be fatal. She tossed him some meds. Anti-rot buffs for noob dungeons, basically. Lu Zier grabbed him, but Xiao Chong hesitated. Lu Shi said entry fees here cost hundreds alone. So what's her gear and stash actually worth? She was definitely overpaying on their deal. This stuff? Dirt cheap. Probably just rare for you. Costs like 1 bill. That chilled him out. He swallowed it, owing her one. Smart dude. Broke, but keeps it real with honor. Hates owing favors. If Miss Guan admitted 1 pill is 2,000, he'd have bailed. While the kids chatted, the background got messy. That demon had already fragged a bunch of guys. Snorting loud, the boar yeeted dudes sky high. The boss kept shooting, but the monster didn't care. Beast popped hardened wool, tanking 0 damage. The guy knew he'd messed up. Didn't know the beast had a defense buff. No fear though. His crew has seen worse. Scared of a dumb pig? Please. Zhao watched the squad wall up for defense. Didn't look like random thugs anymore. Loyal crew means strong leader. But the lock comes first. Leo Zier bragged his pal was a lock-picking pro. That got Guangzhou curious. Never left home. Wondered what outside was like. But the kid couldn't give an answer. He barely travels, sticking to safe zones. Xiao Qing called the world rotten but alive. Heavy stuff. What did he see? She stared at him differently. Suddenly, he looked way more legit. Clock ticking, Zhao Chung picked the lock, staying low. Then click. Shocked the lock mechanics matched the outside worlds. Smirking, he popped the lid to check the loot. A loud boom made him jump back. Battle was getting wild. Heart racing, the kid whipped around. Beast was staring right at him, ignoring the shooters. That demon barreled straight at Xiao Chung, max velocity. Kid settled into his stance, blades out, total pro vibes. He swept the field for a strat. Then, uh-oh. Big trouble. Everyone was floor tanking except the boss man. Did the whole squad really just get wiped? Guy yelled, it's too OP. Don't throw your life away, kid. We're toast. Nobody's leaving this dungeon alive. But you're speedy. You might actually make it. They grin through the pain. Run. Tell him we saved you. Yeah, right, like he'd ditch them. Not his style. Charging in, he hollered at his buddy for backup. Bail now? Total cringe. Louier popped the seal. His homie was definitely gonna wreck this beast. Xiao focused and pow. First hit. Jaw drop time. One shot on a level 10 boss? Is this kid a smurf? That seal's pumping heat waves. Get close? Get crispy. Gotta dodge the nukes and still clutch the W. Level 10 caps at 2 seals. He's tapped out. This ugly thing's actually got a brain. Using heat as a shield? Clever? Boss kept shooting. Beast wrecked him, but you don't mess with the red scarves. Betting it all on the kid to end this nightmare. Xiao was used to the crushing vibes of his power. Every single combat seal lit up green. Let's go. All in. Losing? Not an option today. They sprinted for a head-on crash. Epic clash time. Signaled Lu's ear. Hit the soft spot. Now. Track the stone. Left ribs. Left thigh, he chanted, while the critter freaked over the new hit. He jumped it. Stab, stab, and another stab. Just spamming DPS to drain that health bar. Faster. Just survive till it drops. The heat aura was brutal. Smelled like singed hair. One last smack and boom. Down goes the baddie. Victory music. System says, level 10 bore smoked. The crew cheered. Massive W for the team. She looked worried. Dude was fried and fading fast. Shaking hard, he whispered, watch my back, guys. Just needed a sec to reboot. While he healed up, the squad politely looked away. Slay a boss 5 levels up? Boom, double level up. Lucky break. Got the tempered wool seal. Weird item, sick buff, needs guns for bullet farming. Broke as a joke for gear. What's this last drop? One-time overload? Sounds op. Gold tier? Yoink. Sweet, a support buff. Low cooldowns? Skill spamming time, used right, he's totally OP. All epic choices, but he gotta pick just one. Zhao Cheng paused, then went full solo mode. Stats up 45%? Gold seals rock. That second perk is a beast. Ding. Level 7, just one step behind Xiao at 8. He was pumped to finally trash this villain. A crazy ground shake froze everyone. What the heck? Madame Guan figured the boss just got smoked. Dungeon's gonna crumble. Xiao Chong wobbled up. Gotta bail, fast. Then snappy focused. The loot chest? Mrs. Guan giggled. She bagged it. Her storage seal is huge. Xiao Cheng chilled. Deal was, she keeps the drops. Even the blade. But she refused to keep it for herself. It's Xiao Cheng's now. She promised to help crush his boss too. Bummer is, she might run late. Once out? Instant brawl with the other guys. Guanzhou knew she'd clutch it though. Deep in the woods, the heroes crossed paths. They dashed for the portal. Luzier checked his bro. Xiao Chong gave a thumbs up. I'm ready. Portal jump made him queasy, but they made it. Or not. Zhao Jiji waited, betting on their deaths. Doesn't matter now, though. Ludi's folks started a massive riot nearby. The manager gave the word. Xiaowei cackled, obeying instantly. Just as Xiao Chong predicted. Knowing the dungeon twist, Uncle Lu sped things up. Gotta wreck these clowns fast and join Dad's crew. Xiao Chong actually scoffed. These two scrubs actually thought they could wipe his squad? Even with their shiny seal unlocked, they're total zeros. Swords out, drama on. Jiaoing exhaled, gripping his dagger tight. Too slow. A few slashes dropped him. He sounded furious. Xiao Ji still thinks he runs the show? Dude sounded totally shook for the first time like, how did that blade move so fast? Bro moved faster than a glitch. He didn't even see it coming. Zhao Jiji saw the portal zip shut. No way. Dungeons only vanish if the boss gets toasted. He figured someone else killed it, and the boys just leached XP. Figured they were maybe level 2 or 3. Civilians can't beat him, but to him? Total rookies. Louier busted out laughing. Wrong guess, genius. He thumbed his chest, smug, boss killer, right here. Just hoped she'd vibe and let him flex for a hot sec. Jigi's eyes popped at the skill he just unlocked. If Louier fragged the boss, he's way more buff than Chung. Gotta aggro first and nerf that scrub Chung. Only way to secure the W. He rushed in, yelling at minions to grab Lu while he ganked the other guy. Dang, if Lu soloed the boss, he's OP compared to Xiao. Jig forced a PvP match. The dudes were swearing up a storm. Metal clashed loud. Dude started thinking he messed up his math. That hit was heavy duty. Misty's a noob zone, cap 4, but this power level is glitched high. Unlocked a skill, but it's trash without contact. Let's see if Chang can match this velocity. Level 8, stats buff 30%, he's cooked. But his hype died fast. What the heck? How's he keeping pace? Xiao tried not to rage quit right there. Ever since Sis dipped, Jig was always looting him, griefing him, and nearly starving him out. Total cringe and misery. Every visit was toxic. Chong remembered the vibes. Remembered his face stinging from the slaps. Begging failed. Xiao kept mashing attack, wanting the loot. Where's the shiny rock? Xiao was camping him for that upgrade stone all along. Xiao got bored of the yapping and landed a crit. Sis traded her life for that rare drop. Raging, Chung procced the skill. 3 years of salt in that hit. Mad that he tried to loot his sister's last keepsake. Dude started panicking. Big yikes. Speed ramping up. The sister's loot. After all that drama? No way he's losing it. Jig heard his bones snap. HP dropping fast. Massive pain. Chung's repaying 3 years of toxicity right now. Seeing the boss get wrecked, the squad tried to bounce, but Chung heard them freak out. Yeeted a fireball. They helped grief him too. Dagger zoomed, popping heads like balloons. Weapon returned. Payback achievement, unlocked. Lu checked the loot on Xiao's body. Shiny stuff. He crouched to sift through the inventory. Beads clicked, a pearl bracelet drop. Lu froze, lagging out. Mom's bracelet? Rush B. Mom and the crew prob got nabbed by admins. Mom's fave accessory. She'd never trade that. Lu felt like he swallowed a rock. Mom had to be okay. Chong nudged him. Chill, bro. She's fine. Do I ever lie? If that guy says it, you can take it to the bank. They sprinted until their lungs felt like they were on fire. Boom. Town center. The HQ loomed right ahead. Usually a dump, but today? The vibe was straight up nightmare fuel. Chong and Lu froze dead at the front door when a voice hissed their names. Xia was shaking. Bounce. It's a total mess in there. Your dad's crew tried to mob the boss, but it went south. And now Xiao Jai's squad is coming to cuff everyone. You guys need to vanish, like, now. Your folks are legends, but we're toast. Fans goons are all awakened. We can't beat regular dudes. They already tossed your dad in a cell. He rallied the boys to crush that jerk, Fan, surrounding the office. But Fan's minions were totally overpowered. We got wrecked. Seriously, we need to run. Lu wasn't hearing it. Parents inside? He wasn't budging. Ride or die with the fam. But Chong? He didn't need this drama. Perfect chance for him to ghost this mess in the chaos. He needed to find his sis anyway. But Lu's dad always had his back. Aunt John was basically mom. Ditching them? Total trash move. After sis vanished and G robbed him, Lu's fam snuck him grub. Without that, he would be 6 feet under by now. Plus, G only acted tough because Fan let him get away with it. It wasn't just business. Chong had a personal score to settle. Lu grinned. Alright then, bros for life. The crowd gasped. Wait, GG is toast? A level 8 awakened? How did that kid drop him? Inside, things were getting super gnarly. Fan laughed at the rebels. Lu's dad tried to keep his chin up. That monster ended mom. He wiped out half the town. Now he wants the son? Guy is pure evil. Fan cackled. Son's dead? Hey, just make a new one. Bow down to us awakened and I might let you live. The boss smirked. I'm too nice to watch you struggle. He flicked 2 energy blasts straight at Dad. Dad braced for the end, but the shot swerved hard. A blade flew back to Chong's grip. He and Lu slid in like bosses. Lu shook with rage. You're done. Fan rolled his eyes. Just 2 pipsqueaks? Please. Dad was relieved but panicked. Don't be heroes. Run. Lu stood his ground. Nope. We're here to save you. Boss's view got hazy. Someone pop a smoke nade? Just a lame distraction. Can't let him free the woke squad. Fahu's scanning. Then Bam Jiao jumps him through the smog. Don't look around, bro. Eyes on the enemy. Bag the leader first. Snuff him. Game over. Fan dodges like a ninja. Adrenaline spiking hard. Does this pipsqueak really want the smoke? His vibe was pure aggro, way too dark for a kid. Jiao's salty cause the guy's actually making sense. Dude's buff, fast, and the boss's favorite goon. Dang Kun, the settlement's MVP of beatdowns. Can spawn shadow clones like a glitch. Town fears him more than the boss. Total savage. He's turned tons of dudes into veggies. Plenty more are toast. Locals call him the dog, cause when he bites, he rips a chunk right off. Daggers clash clang, sparks flying everywhere. Flashback to that scumbag selling his sis for loot. Mention the deal, but never found the magic rock. Zhao's fuming, but stays icy, focused on the seals. Jin Kun. Loved the reaction. Trolled him good. But Zhao's rhythm didn't break. Guess the trash talk failed. Still, using that name made things sticky for Kun. Kid pushes back. 16, but fights with big brain energy. So stubborn, can't let him level up any further. Thought he'd win easy, but nope. It's go time. Gotta delete Zhao right here, that's the mission. Weird defense, then he'll spot the fakes versus real. Zhao's parrying spam attacks from the sticky clones. Ludier screams they're grabbing the hostages. Just survive a sec longer and backup's there. Zhao's like, don't save me, kill boss, save parents. Khan crunch the numbers. Their play? Free the supers to flip the odds. Did they think we're N0 BS who just let him go? Right on cue, hostages drop, legs jelly, totally poisoned. Fan smirks. Thought I was just a dumb mutt, huh? He's seen plenty of geniuses over the years. Knew this would happen. Zhao's always lurking outside. Warned him the kid was dangerous. Now Kun believes it. Tells the clones to chill. Let's chat. Zhao, you're a legit warrior. Lu family drama ain't your beef. Boss lost his hitter. Spots open. Kid, why make this your problem? They plan to save dad and Unk to fix the odds. Luzia looked totally bummed. Hit him hard. They were just dead weight for his buddy now. Standing by him just meant booking a group trip to the afterlife. Dad begged him not to wreck his pal's life. Louis air sounded dead inside. He knew the drill. Cue the waterworks. Xiao Chong needs to drop the gear, no point dying for the fam. But Xiao Chong's his bro for life. No ditching allowed. Felt gutted, but deep down? He knew it was the smart play. Xiao Chong gotta ditch the shank, this dude's basically the final boss. Survival 101, bow down and be a good little lapdog. Xiao Chong shook with rage, screaming, what is Lu Xia even babbling about? No way is he stabbing his bros in the back. Ignoring people who helped him? Yeah, not in his DNA. Sis didn't raise a quitter. Wreck these jerks, and we all walk away. Fan Dahu snickered. What a moron. Guess he'll just wipe 'em all out. Jung Kun charged, this time, totally going for the kill. Funny, cause he was thinking the exact same thing. They crashed so hard the boom nearly blew everyone's eardrums. They kept smashing, but neither dude gave an inch. Dead heat. Nobody budged. Then dude powered up like 3 times over. Yikes. Wait, wasn't that flaming sword thing just a cheap parlor trick? Total scam artist. Faked him out so he could land the real finisher when it mattered. Jungkook stood his ground. Can't forget the 2 clone buddies, still outmatched. That move's annoying. If it was just one-on-one, Xiao Chung would wreck him. Mercs yelled, hurry. Find an opening and light him up. Can't dodge in mid-air. Arrows rained down on Xiao Chung. These guys aren't supers, but they definitely know their stuff. Plus, the boss's goons eat good and train hard, not average Joes. Stuck in the air, his dodge game is basically 0. But he's fast enough to smack those arrows out of the sky. Maybe chuck the knife, take out those 2 archer dudes? But if Jong-un blocks the return, he's disarmed and totally screwed. Lu Zier stepped up. Xiao Chong had a point. Wreck him first, survive later. He's got his back. Watch the shots, find the gaps. Pop. Another smoke bomb blinded everyone. Coughing started. This wasn't your average smoke cloud. Lu Zier got his powers half a year before him. No power boost, but the guy's crafty. He prepped loads of tricks. Xiao Chong didn't think those skills would actually help here. Clone's moving slow, so that's definitely not the real Jangoon. Slice the clone first, clear the path. Easy peasy. They don't flinch. Hurting him is a waste of time since they feel nothing. Gotta shut him down completely or it doesn't count. Jung Kun finally started sweating bullets watching his clones get absolutely wrecked. Xiao Qing figured out the cheat code, smack the clones, and the main guy feels the pain. Can't camp in one spot or he's basically a sitting duck. Xiao Chung dropped a curse word. Looks like his timing is trash. His power buff is blinking red. Gotta move now, time for some sweet payback. Since they've been messing with dark arts for ages, Jung-un's clone just deleted itself. That thing is stuck on cooldown and won't respawn for a while. Gotta trap him and finish the job right now. If not, he's totally cooked. That fancy seal timer just hit 0. Xiao Chong felt his gains fading away, and Jung-kun totally clocked it. His power-up is awesome but super short-lived. And yep, it just expired. Let's see if he can tank a level 9 hit without crumbling. Jung-un was already planning his victory dance. He cackled like a maniac, totally hyped. But Zhao Chung wasn't buying it. Boom, new power-up active. He swatted another merc clone like a fly. Dude's eyes almost popped out. How is that even a thing? His stats just skyrocketed. Xiao Chong landed the crit, and Zhong Kong was finally toast. Suddenly, the whole battlefield went dead silent. Nobody twitched. Lu Zier was shook. That's his best bud right there. He actually pulled it off. When did this guy get so cracked at fighting? Guess the kids in this village are built different. Xiao Chung, the guy who deleted 2 of Fahu's MVPs. He was furious but kinda impressed. Battery was low, but our hero wasn't quitting. His turn now, time to pay up for wrecking the neighborhood. Yeah, once the old dude kicked the bucket, he took over as manager. Sure, tons of people died here over the years, but the numbers kept going up. Do the math, and he's basically the sugar daddy of this dump. Lou's eyes went dark mode. Did he really just mess with his mom? Hands shaking, he yeeted a projectile straight at the boss. But for the big guy? Total weak sauce. Trying for a headshot? Please, he doesn't have the XP for that yet. Even Xiao Cheng wouldn't have caught that one. But the boss snagged it. Fan Dahu switched to attack mode to show the kid real power. The manager whipped that stone back with max force. Lou froze, totally stunned by the speed. Xiao swooped in just in time to save his buddy. He shouted at Lou's ear to keep spamming smoke bombs and block the guy's vision. This dude is awakened past level 10, he's no joke. Taking him down means going full tryhard. Lou dug through his pockets for more ammo. Too little, too late. Xiao's reaction time lagged. In a blink, the old man teleported right to Lou's ear. No room for pathetic bugs in this fight. Zong's heart basically stopped. Blade out, he rushed Fan Dahu, but bro is level 10 for a reason. Boss reflexes on point, pure power trip. Totally wicked, makes sense Jangoon got clapped. Dude is tough, but I bet he is capped at level 8. Bro's stronger than a demon. Big diff, hit level 10? Bod gets a total upgrade. Fan item. Join the squad, Xiao. He'd let him sit with the cool kids. Promised a dream life? Kid wanted to barf. Nah. Dude wrecked too much stuff. His crew? Total trash, just like him. Hung with bullies. No way I'm joining that circus. Hit a nerve? Someone wants to play hero. Boom. Lightning everywhere. Boss mode. Fine, school's in, world's mean, kid, need a fist or get eaten alive. Duh. Dude screamed, total monster now. Hulked out, so that's his level up? Risking it for losers who give crumbs? Totally fair deal. Not. Think everyone's a saint like Gramps? Learned life sucks young. Dad got hurt but acted cool. I'm tough, I'll heal. Yeah, sure. Said scars were just part of the job. Dad was a hero but died messy. Lame. So dumb. No loot, just thanks? Scars ain't trophies. Only idiots defend nobodies. Wanna be a hero? Let's make you a martyr. He hates goody two-shoes types. Attack came in hot, kid barely held on. Power didn't jump, first skill's a dud. Fine, spam refresh and go all out. YOLO. Fan ain't the only one with cheats. Dude frowned. His power spiked? Unlocked a nuke? Can't camp now. Gotta rush him. Zero chill. No breaks. Kid rushed back. What the heck? Strength tripled, jaws rattled from the hit. Something's glitchy with him. No way that's one skill. Too OP. Low levels shouldn't block that. Sus. And sticky fire? That's a hack, not a skill. Too weird. Drag this out and I'm toast. Still got win cons though. Fondue switched up. You're useful. Swapped seals. Skill 2, slight buff. Still got the skill gap. Whatever. End game. Xiao focused it all. One shot. Gonna decapitate him. Too wide, bro. Tries to bounce by slashing. Too slow, bro. Kid knew it was sus when his hit didn't connect. Dude chopped his own arm to grab Louis. Psycho move. Sucks that the guy was KO'd and helpless. Total sitting duck. Dahu's raging hard. Hurts like heck. Ditched the arm to snag the prize. Snags the sleepy kid as a shield. Told Xiao to drop the blade or he'd snap the kid's neck. Hero's voice was shaking with rage. Dahu went full villain. Old dude didn't care. Survival of the fittest. Hissed again. Drop the toy, kid. If Xiao drops it, he's toast. Game over, man. Keep it, friend dies. What to do? Then Pop steps up. Chill. You know why we put up with your trash for years? Dahu gave him the side eye. Rude. Mom died cause of you, and you just watched? Cold. Uncle Lou shook his head. We owed your old man. Old guy's vibe suddenly switched up. Mumbled. For your dad. Total legend. Saved the hood. Died stopping raiders. Saved us from a huge mess. And you're that hero's kid. Even when you were a jerk, we hoped you'd turn out cool like him. But a year back, Lou found some dirt. Leaders planning to bounce in a year. Taking a VP job at Settlement 119. Sellout. Gonna drain this dump dry and leave us to rot. That's why we finally threw hands. No more farming weeds. Neighbors are taking over the turf. Dahu's ditching us to simp for his dad's killers. Even though Settlement 119 wrecked him. Boss wouldn't listen. Said his dad had it coming. In this wasteland, heroes just end up dead. He won't rot here like his dad did. No way, he's chasing the big leagues. Dahu turned to Xiao. Counted to 3, drop it or he collects his buddy's corpse. Xiao clenched his teeth. Countdown started. 3. Wheels squeaking nearby. Crew 119 pulled up. Dahu smirked. Boss is here. Xiao's dead meat. Dahu yelled to flag down the new guys. Help me wreck these losers. Looking bleak. Fam. Got Lu Zia in his claws again. How to flip the script, save his skin, and get payback. Bailing means fam dies. Can't just watch him perish. Dahu laughed like a creep. Who cares if the kid's buff? Got backup now. This loser is cooked. Jung Titi hopped out the ride. Boss of Settlement 119. The geezer grinned big time. Fan Dahu was starstruck. Did this legend actually come for him? Total lucky streak. Xiao Chong snagged the tossed kid. Good thing he is not toast yet. Uncle Lu's mystery man? Boss of Zone 119. That place is ginormous. Seems the boss joined the killers. Things just got way messier. This guy's aura totally dwarfs Fan Dahu's weak vibes. Jung Titi got sick of the old man kissing the ground. Skip the chat, Gramps, he is hunting someone down. Talk or get your melon smashed. Just say the name. If he is here, boss will drag him out. Weird, Jung Titi has zero clue who he is. Even though the bros he dealt with swore they name dropped him to the boss. Hearing Xiao Chong's name, Gramps flipped. That rebel. He totally trolled the system. He smirked. Boss Titi is helping? Xiao Chong is toast. Guy frowned. Did this kid really want to rule the place? Fan Dahu loved snitching. You got it. He chopped my hand off. I need serious payback. Titi tossed his cig and nodded. That Xiao Chong? Kid froze, ready to throw hands. Rumor says bosses need to be awakened under level 10. So how did kid slice him? Gun on Dahu's forehead instantly. Identity verified. Game over. Blood splattered the floor. Trash taken out. Now, about that takeover rebellion? If you wreck the boss, they are next. Chill, the guy said. Urgent orders from up top. Big bosses got pinged to help out immediately. Help a Xiao Chong from zone 226. But he ain't a noob. Something smells fishy. Why help? Titi chilled. Suspicion is smart. Order guy was like. You will believe it when you see it. Xiao Chong's brows hit the roof. Madame Guan has got their back. She actually sent backup. He figured Guan was something special. But bossing Settlement 19? That is next level. Plus, the VIP sent a care package. Xiao Chong gulped. Supplies. Jerky, fish, flour. Plus the boss badge for Settlement 226. Can't be legit or follow corp rules without this plastic. Taking this means he is officially king of the camp. What Uncle Lu risked. Everything for. Now it is just sitting right there. Dude signaled Xiao Chong. He is the only real option right now. He basically owes Guangha huge now. Payback is for later. Jung Titi sent medics to heal the wounded since the talk was done. Also, that big shot handed him something else. His call to grab it or bail. Xiao knew the deal. Nothing is free. Manager's crazy eyes were scary. He could hit Camp 119 for the test. Nail it, and he gets a shot at the company. Fantcorp saved the East when the world went total apocalypse. 1,000 years ago, now they basically run the whole show. Regular folks think it is a huge flex to join Fantian. Getting hired is like instant heaven access. Food, a crib, safety, plus meds to help awaken one's level up their skills. The loot here totally destroys what normal people have. For peeps in the East, joining Fantian is the ultimate life goal. Literally their dream. He gotta choose, Camp 119 test or boss of Camp 226. The company took his sis. He has to find her. He needs to go there and this is his shot. But someone needs to step up and chill everyone out. Jung Titi read his mind. He got it. He would wait 2 days. Then he needs an answer. Dude felt huge relief. Good he has time to think. This guy looks totally basic. How does he know such high-level VIPs? Makes zero sense, but he gets credit for the backup. If he controls this dude, his corp rank might skyrocket. Everyone from Camp 226 West is here. Got a major announcement. Xiao Chong beat those thugs and got props from the company. They all agreed he is the new boss now. But the guy got cut off. Xiao Chong interrupted. The best pick for camp manager is actually him. He explained he has to find his sis, so he cannot stay. They are all awakened, so they can defend the camp. Xiao Chong has a point on age and experience. Uncle Lu fits the manager role way better than a kid. But would power make him evil like Fonda Who? Who knows? Crowd started gossiping. Uncle Lu sighed. It's go time. Kid's a bookworm, just like his pops. Old books say ancient dudes ruled the land with actual laws. And he figures. Hey, We can totally copy that. Before the revolt, they huddled up and drafted 15 strict rules to follow. They audit the rules yearly. Edit them if they suck. Way better than one guy's mood swings. Uncle Lou totally prepped, big brain energy. Lou's a nerd. Everyone else is basically an NPC. Xiao could chill, trust the fam, and find his sis. Starting now, no more Lou or the crew. Just him, riding solo. A happy voice jump scared him as he fled. Xiao's a drama magnet, total sucker too. Lou couldn't bail. Xiao grinned, felt cozy. Just saying bye? Lou cracked up hard. He's coming. Xiao would totally flop solo. Xiao was literally shaking with lols, but his folks said okay? He looked up. Duh, no. Snuck out, left a note so it's chill. Xiao thought he was trolling. Figured if he bailed, Uncle Lou would flip. Lou's cool act dropped. Voice shaky, he yelled. Legend says the Pang bird hits 90,000 li. Xiao is that bird, and Lou wants in too. World's huge. Lou won't be a random nobody. The wind lifting that bird lit a fire in him. Xiao stared at his bestie with shock. When did Lou grow up so fast? Fine, but if it sucks, no whining. Lou cackled. Bet Xiao cries first. Zheng knew he'd already snagged the kid. Winds are shifting. These two aren't scrubs. Ran this place forever. First time with Zhang. Clearly, the boss isn't playing around. When it's go time, Lou splits easily. He's different. Actually got someone to care for. Xiao had a question but felt kinda awk asking. Switch topics to vibe check. Driver lolled. Got cues? I'll spill the tea if I can. Did boss 119 really off boss 226? Oof. Touchy subject. Driver paused. Nah, Zheng Titi didn't do that. Took over 6 years ago by fragging the old boss. Old guy was thirsty for land. But Zhang fixed our turf. Life got way better. That's why the crew stands the current boss. So just delete the boss to take his spot? That hot take made the driver look at him crazy. Air smelled like blood. Mutant freaks popped up. Tons of glowing eyes creeping on them from the dark. Locking onto their snack. The beast snarled. Howls shaking the rocks like giant speakers. Just a mutant mutt, bigger than a wolf and way less dumb. The driver just grilled, chill as ice. Seen him before. Boss Zheng Titi's tougher than he looks, no sweat. Guy yelled, cover your ears, people. He breathed out, ramping up a whistle till it screamed super loud. Skill activated, boom. He hollered at the creeps to scram. The blast knocked him backyards. Zhao barely got his hands up. Way too loud. Driver laughed. Told you the manager was a total beast. Dumb dogs ran. Mutated or not, a pooch is still a pooch. Late night, the squad finally hit settlement 119. Crowd went wild for the cars. Total fan club vibe. Thanks to the boss guys, clearly the big cheese around here. Houses are full, so we're crashing here. Kinda dumpy, honestly. Dust everywhere, but still an upgrade from Xiaoang's place. Less cracks in the walls, so no freezing drafts tonight. Tonight, reading test rules. Guy said it's a group project, basically. Tons of peeps are joining in. Xiao Cheng zoned out, flopping on the bed. Guy looked annoyed, ignored the welcome and just crashed on the cot. Rude much? Is he seriously a big deal? Or just a pretty face? Apologized and ditched the kids. Let him yell if they want. Guard duty outside, let's read the rules aloud. Test is, beat the white rank dungeon. Sounds easy enough. Level 10 cap, probably tougher than the last raid. Doesn't say how many get in or if there's a limit. Maybe there's 2 ways to win this game. 1. Frag the boss. 2. Keep the whole squad breathing. Paper's vague on stats, but his hunch is probably right. Players. From everywhere. Nobody wants to be the lame loser. Gotta team up to drop the boss. High risk, high reward. Been there, done that. Leeching off others is way easier. Xiao Cheng got cozy. Told his buddy to crash. Big day tomorrow. Lure kept yapping, so he zipped him up. Sleep time. Fine, whatever. We'll ace it, join the corp, get famous. Based on his. Checked him out, dude wasn't grossed out at all. Maybe he's just acting cool? Nah, probably nothing. Company proctor is showing up tomorrow. If he's OP, show us. But bro missed one detail. Why is the big boss fanboying over this random dude? Zheng Titi sighed, basically staring at a flashback of his own cringy youth. Same wild talent, same crushed life, same itch to wreck the system. Only difference? Kid's got a sugar daddy. Titi was solo back then. Maybe he's jelly of the punk, hence the stare down. Or is it deeper? Settlement 119 Dungeon Gate. Trial day. Guard city everywhere. This map is brutal. Loot drops are basically zero here. Richer towns get way better spawn rates. Totally unfair. But casually clearing this dungeon? That's god tier status. Know the meta, survive the run, unlock the guild invite. Simple. TD ain't spilling the tea on the job perks, though. They know the score. Horn blasts, mob rushes the portal, chaos. Just hoping the monsters don't breach the line, fingers crossed. Proctor was already lurking, creeping on them from way back. Butler begged her to stay low-key. Big Boss would flip out. Wanjo groaned, hood stays on, I get it, secret Proctor mode engaged. She's just vibing, checking the scene. Nothing suspicious. Newbies scattered like roaches, running every which way. Gotta speedrun the cave. Don't waste stamina on nonsense. Fork in the road split the herd, boys looked clueless. Left or right? A heavy hand grabbed their shoulders out of nowhere, jump scare. Xiao Chong and Lu Zia nearly jumped out of their skins, yikes. Driver grinned. 119 folks can play too. Surprise guest. Doing it for the fam. Wifey and kids need the cash flow. Tried sounding nice, asking to squat up. Totally not sus at all. Jiao Chong thought about it. Fine, you're in the party. Cost is 200 coupons. Driver's loaded, so it's pocket change. Deal sealed, easy money, shake on it. Busy haggling, they missed the tail. Someone with weird vibes following. She sensed it with her radar. Dude's got a shining term. Major flex. Driver called them a team. Xiao Chung was like, nah, don't label us. Team sounded kinda cringe to be honest. Guys glowing with power, squatting up equals not dying today. But she's super awkward with randoms. Social skills, 0. Everyone's waiting. Can't exactly rage quit life right now. Hashian is the village MVP. Gotta be brave. Too many paths though. Walk blind, get eaten by a beast. Simple math, don't be dumb. New dungeon just dropped, super risky, why's a driver even here? Deeper you go, the darker it gets. Can't see squat down here. If mobs spawn in this dark? Only choice is to brawl hard. Louis just scams newbies like the driver, typical hustle. Jowing her to rustle. Shh, zip it, he hissed at the crew. Han turned into a statue. Frozen stiff. Panic mode. Did he spot her? Reveal herself? What if they attack on sight? Loud crash and a roar made her jump. Okay, not her fault. Level 5 steel claw rat, looks totally savage. She chilled out. Talking mobs, not roasting her. Mobs everywhere level 6, 7, and 8. Jiao Cheng called dibs on the boss mob. Big rat incoming, wrecking everything like a tank. Level 8 already? This dungeon got buffed hard. Last time, Wolf King was just level 5. Weak. Luzier aimed for eyes, told the driver to cover. His aim was cracked. Didn't want to steal the kill. Better to just play support and control the aggro. Last fail was cringe. He won't forget that L. Xiao was sweating, struggling against the main boss. Monster powered up, so hero popped his ult too. Boosted stats, slice that beast. One shot, solo grinding really buffed his physical stats. That mob is barely a threat, but Lu is squishy. Help him out. Check the map, other mobs were still alive. They were tanking better than expected though. Driver just driving? Wait, these rats are lagging. Their speed dropped by a third. Level gap ain't that huge. Why the wrinkly noses? Someone nerfing their smell? Shadow helper? Guess he's not an enemy PKer then. Clear these two rats, then catch the mystery guy. Who is he? Mob screamed, cave shook, driver was shook too. Louis' aim? Legit. Rats glitched out, grabbing heads. Dude got tense. Why'd they stop aggro? Bad news, digging underground. Lu clocked it, run. Sneak attack from the back. They sprinted, but the mobs had speed hacks. Huhan saw claws closing in and totally freaked. Gotta go all out to stop these two beasts now. Rats got dizzy from the nasty funk. Stunned M. Xiao seized the lag, landed the critical finisher. Killed 3, but 0 XP gain? Even with buffs? Classic. High levels make grinding XP a pain, but his buddy leveled up. Jumped like a noob. Xiao looked around. Thanks for the carry, come out. Hua slid out from the rock, super awk, he saw her. Relax, the hero told the girl, no need to panic. Since she pitched in, she's squad now. We totally owe her one, basically in her debt. Suddenly, those two rats hit the brakes. Good thing she stepped up. Otherwise, we'd be total toast. If our paths cross again, we've got her back. Right now? We got a bolt. Time to bounce. Xiao Chong flashed a quick peace sign as they bailed. Han did a nervous jig. Total FOMO if she blew this shot. Voice cracking like a pubescent boy, she squeaked, can I tag along? Xiaowen gave a mental nope. We're headed for the big bad boss fight. High chance of getting wrecked, but chick didn't flinch. She's here to squat up, literal death be darned. The fam back home is waiting. Washing out would be way grosser than actually dying. She begged, but dude went ice cold. Hard pass. Huhan was super bummed. 0 luck stats today. She just wanted the deets. Why the rejection? Look, I can't promise you won't get squashed. Plus, you're a target if you roll with us. Hua called total cap on that. It wasn't a skill issue or because she was a noob. Xiao eyed the homies. Her power set was unique, she could probably hang. Even though Xiao Wan felt bad about the rejection, he was a solid dude. She ducked into a cave to pout. As they rolled out, Luor whispered, "Yo, why'd we keep the chauffeur? Easy. Dude is Jung Titi's lackey. He's clueless on the master plan, but he drives the loot truck, clearly inner circle." Lucasier was vibing with the logic until he tripped over something. He glanced down and practically jumped out of his skin. Straight up dead body. The driver shrieked like a banshee. Recognized them folks from his own hood, level 9. How'd she get deleted? Maybe the dungeon mobs are buffed in here. Monster bites, sure, but the kill shot came from player weapons. Lozy leaned in for a closer peek. Total body dump, hidden on purpose. Dude's knees turned to jelly. An entire squad. Wiped out, just crazy. Someone definitely third-partied them while they were low health. Human weapon marks prove it. Bet the ops from Settlement 119 sent the killers. Turns out, back in their home base, it's not exactly one big happy family like it looks. Suddenly, a sketchy noise echoed from the cave roof. Something heard their yapping and was coming in hot. A level 10 drilling fury mouse elite mob status. It aggroed instantly. Is its DPS comparable to that red demon guy? And that's just a regular elite mob here. But the squad wasn't alone. Someone was spectating. The plan? Let them burn stamina, then steal the kill. If he's guessing right, the camper waited for the mob fight to drain their HP before wiping the lobby. Whoever's doing that is a total snake, super sweaty play. The camper's probably hiding nearby, gatekeeping the boss fight. Time to frag him. We'll use this mouse mob as bait to flush him out. Xiao Chong decided to fake low health, make him peek, then ambush. His sis taught him this hack back when they were hunting mutant vultures. Fingers crossed it works here too. Lutier blasted its chest, revealing the weak spot. Gotta time this perfectly. Can't one-shot it. If he looks too OP, the baddies won't show. Xiaoing attacked, but faked being a total noob on purpose. The beast hit like a truck. Xiao saw stars instantly. Luzia went full rage mode, smacking it to grab aggro. The beast let out a nasty growl, trashing everything in sight with its massive tail. He totally thought his bud was a goner and prepped for the end. But if Zhao confessed now, the whole plan would flop hard. Zhao was losing it. Why's Lucy gotta be so dramatic right now? No shock that thing messed his friend up so fast. The driver lagged, and honestly, there wouldn't be even a grease spot left of the kid. The rat smashed the ground, making a crater. Their bromance is legit. They're total ride or die besties for real. Liar panicked. Not good, here she comes for round 2. Guy grabbed the kid, letting him think he owed him one. He zooms cause he's a level 10 hero with super speed hacks. Sweet. He can kite the beast while Luzia drains its HP. Rocks rain down, confusing the beast and dealing major damage. Looking good so far, but Xiao just took a critical hit. 0 time left. He needs heals fast or he's game over. Gotta end this now. But the kid panicked. Pockets were empty. He was totally out of ammo. That rat's been useless all day. Now he helps? The driver tripped. Wait, where on earth did this rock spawn from? Even trying his best, he slipped, and they both face-planted. Monster is right there. Good game. Suddenly, a huge flash blinded them. Zhao dashed in just in time, slicing that beast in half. If he didn't bail before, he definitely isn't leaving.